Welcome to the James Bonecrusher Smith Show. We are here today with former WBA heavyweight world champion James Bonecrusher Smith, disclaimer, my husband, as well as Andre Thompson from Port City Boxing and Fitness Gym located in Wilmington, North Carolina. How are you two gentlemen doing?
Hey, hey, hey.
Great to be on the Sunday.
All right then. And let me just say, Port City Boxing and Fitness is located at 1302 Castle Street in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yes.
Now there's a well-known landmark that it's by. What's the well-known landmark?
Coach Sheridan Morgan Boxing Gym, which is on 10th Street.
Okay.
In which I left that gym in 2008
Okay.
and came over here, brought his gym over here now to where I'm at.
Okay.
So I left the city and took the program and brought it over here on Castle Street.
Okay, and kind of
Just kept moving on.
designed it and structured it to kind of
Changed the whole thing because the boxing aspects of it has changed. And the city of Wilmington was changing.
yeah.
So when they started changing, I said, well, let me move over where I can do what I want to do with the program, keep the boxing going.
Okay.
So what I did, I moved over to Castle Street, kept the boxing going, but at the same time, health and wellness started to come more in play.
Yes.
So I had to change the concept to non-competition boxing.
So to kind of fit to fit the needs of the community? Because things
For
were...
everybody, Castle Street is changing. It's close to a historic area downtown, and health and wellness is, well, I'm right beside 3 schools.
Yes.
And health and wellness is a big part of my life. Now, I played sports, ran track and college and all that stuff, but physical fitness, I always been involved. So now I got people who wants to come in here and just get in shape, let anger out, learn something that they could make their own.
Gotcha.
That's one thing about this sport is it's going to make you want to learn, want to get better. It's going to make you challenge yourself.
Yeah.
The good thing about this sport is that everybody go at their own pace.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. No competition.
No competition.
Right? Just go at your own
And
pace.
and what sets me apart from everybody else in Wilmington, because everybody's trying to do boxing now. What sets me apart from everybody is that I open up from 8:30 to 8. I got 5 sessions. I got 8:30, 10, 12, 4, and 6.
How long have the two of you known each other?
Actually, I met Bonecrusher 1978. He brought his son to the gym. Farheem Durham got in the ring with him. And I was just turning 9 that year. Farheem Durham was about, I think, 11, 12 at that time.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's a faint memory.
Yes, it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Okay, but in essence, the two of you have known each other a very long time.
Yes.
All right. Now, Andre, as well as Bonecrusher, and do you want to add anything to that, Bonecrusher?
Well, you know, I've met a lot of people, and I've been knowing Andre for a long time, so yeah, we've always been cordial. And when I used to promote fights, I'd call him up. I said, Andre, can I borrow your ring? Can I rent your ring? He said, yeah, I'll bring it down. So he bring his ring down.
Okay.
And he did something with me for the first time in North Carolina. I'm sorry, Wilmington, North Carolina. We held the first professional boxing match here. And that was
Oh, nice.
in 2001. probably was 2001.
Yeah.
About 2001.
That's not that
Who was the
long
main
ago.
event?
Main event, Wilmington Boxers.
Okay,
Yeah.
local Wilmington
That's it.
boxers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that's nice.
Yeah, the first one in a long time.
Did Pete Murphy? You remember Pete Murphy?
I mean, Pete, yeah.
Pete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Murphy Farms.
And,
Yeah, he helped with that.
and
One of the supporters of putting that together.
Well,
or?
you know, he's the guy that we get the pigs from. Used to.
Yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah.
then also, City Mayor back then was a good part of the program. He enjoyed it too back then.
Okay.
And, it was good.
We do it at the Hilton.
We did it at Hilton.
Yeah, downtown.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we got started, the two of you had mentioned a common person that the two of you were familiar
Coach
with,
Sheridan Morgan.
Coach Morgan.
Coach Morgan, who was also a United States Army coach at one time.
Do you remember?
Yeah, he started. I boxed for him a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I remember, he was a short guy, and then he was very knowledgeable with boxing, and had a great reputation. And people knew him from all over, and I'm sure he's truly missed, around the area.
Okay, so. Okay.
He started boxing in Wilmington.
Okay. And he's.
He was Army coach. He was the United States Army coach at one
All
time.
Army.
Okay.
And then he retired, and then he came over here and started the program down here in 78.
And he's gone on home now at this time. And so this is kind of a tribute. He lives on
Yes.
through the gym here.
That's what I've been doing, trying to keep going.
Very nice. I commend you for that, and I'm sure the community does as well.
Yes.
I wanted to ask the two of you, Bonecrusher started off as an amateur boxer. Feel free to correct me if any.
That's true.
Started.
Most people have some amateur boxing experience, and boxing is so tough and hard. It's hard to go from scratch to pros. So amateur boxing is a good way to start out.
Okay, and you were an amateur boxer as well.
It's the best thing. It's the best way to start.
Is it?
It's the best
Okay.
way to start.
Now, let's also note for everyone out there that we have a group of young, talented boxers over on the side. And from time to time, I believe we're going to see Coach Andre give them some direction while he's sitting and taking a minute to speak with us. So I want to acknowledge the young boxers over to or inside the ring as well. Now, speaking of your young boxers, Andre, how do you prepare your young boxers or the older boxers in preparation for, would it be called a championship fight, as opposed to maybe the way James would have prepared himself for a fight when he was an amateur? How do they differ?
Well, like I said, when I left the city, physical fitness was a big part of my life. And the generation was changing. So as far as preparation for boxers that want to come in and want to box, I didn't advertise it anymore. I stopped doing it. And there's a reason why.
Okay.
Because boxing is a real sport. It's a reality check. So, for example, take a female. A female walking through that door is very intimidating. Okay? So when I put the sign out, non-competition, on my website, everything I have, now they see that, they walk through the door. But if I let them know from the get-go, everything will be based on your pace, your condition. And I don't talk to them about boxing at all.
Okay. So more so fitness.
More about physical fitness. And what I do with everybody, I give them a timeline. I let them know you're going to get one free trial session. And based on that trial session, I'm going to decide how your training regimen is going to be. And then you'll let me know that you like it and you're going to keep doing it. If you like it, you're going to keep doing it. Then I will guide them to a 5-week workout session for 5 weeks. Okay. And during that 5 weeks, it's their choice to see what day and what time they want to come. It's up to them.
Okay.
Because I have some people who drive from Myrtle Beach, Jacksonville, Oak Island, come train with me. So they got 5 weeks to figure out what time fits them. They got 5 weeks to see if they like it. And if that 5 weeks being very productive for them, then they transfer into a 16 weeks program.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There's a time.
It's only going to advance
Yes.
if the conditioning.
It's conditioning. Well, it's a conditioning and the fundamental comes together.
Okay.
So the timeline I give everybody, I give them 4 months. I give them 4 months. And the reason I say 4 months, me and some coaches came together and said, well, I can take this box and have them ready in 4 months.
Okay.
If they're not ready in 4 months, then they're just not getting it. But that's all right too.
Okay.
If they're not getting it in 4 months, they're not getting it.
Well, what about you, James? When you were boxing, amateur boxing, what kind of regimen did you have?
My amateur boxing came when I was in the Army, and you met my trainer Herb Ruffin in Germany.
I did, and
so we did. We ran in the morning, and then we went in the gym in the afternoon and worked out about an hour in the gym. Hit the heavy bag, speed bag, did some sparring, and jump rope.
All right. Does that sound kind of okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's a stepping stone for a lot of people.
Okay.
But 3 months ago, I changed mine up. Normally, I have them start running first, jumping rope and all that. Then 3 months ago, I realized, something? By the time they get finished with the condition, they ain't too tired to do the skills. So I changed it up 3 months ago. I started what we call 4 corners. So each square is a boxing ring.
It's a boxing.
So I allow them to focus on the footwork, learn 4 punches, learn the basic defense, head move, and all that. And by the time the 6th round comes, they should be able to put all that together.
Okay. All right. So, James, as you developed from amateur level to championship or professional level, how does that segue go from one level to the other? How do you advance up?
Well, I was blessed to have a guy, 6-time world champion, that I actually hired. I had some managers out of New York, and he was from New York, Emo Griffith, 6-time world champion, and he told me that, if you believe in what I'm telling you and you do the things I ask you to do, you can be the heavyweight champion of the world. And basically, it gave me confidence to have him working with me, and so I knew that he knew how to become champion. So I just listened to what he was saying, and I tried to duplicate.
Okay, all right. Keeping an eye on the young boxers over here. Okay, all right. Well, we are going to be meeting the young boxers soon, so it's exciting to see them working as we're having a conversation. Andre, you said that earlier that you have been here for a good handful, long time.
Yes.
Your vision and your mission for the gym, would you say that you have, let's first talk about what it is, and then whether or not you feel you have achieved that vision of the fitness, the Port City Boxing and Fitness for the community as well as for the youth?
I have, and when Coach Morgan started the program, he put a foundation already.
Gotcha.
And so what I did was took that foundation and just kept moving and kept building on it. But when the pandemic happened, that put like a little stick into it for everybody.
For a lot of people, yeah.
But I was fortunate to have a handful that stayed with me during that time. And we trained over at the track during the pandemic.
Okay. Outside.
And so I kept the physical fitness going for those who was working with me. And just to have some daylight sometime.
That was good.
It was a blessing.
Yeah.
So me accomplishing the fitness goal part of it and the determination, I think I have been doing it. And like I said, what sets me apart from everybody in Wilmington is that consistent. Being on time. They know I'm here. Regardless of whether I have only one person, I start on time. We work. So me meeting that part of my mission, I have done that. Now the fitness part is growing.
Okay.
And like I said, I was blessed to decide to call somebody, and I called that person. She just had a baby, now she's down here, so I'm hoping to get her on board with me when she gets settled. But she's a professional trainer also too.
And we've had the pleasure of meeting this lovely lady
Yes,
as
yes.
well, this female boxer.
So with her and myself, with all the young ladies that I do have, the fitness part of what I'm trying to do for the boxing wise is growing. Because everybody don't want to get in the ring.
Right.
So me teaching boxing as physical fitness, and also I just started doing what we call a stress release.
Okay.
Okay.
I've heard of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm allowing the person to come in, to try it. They want to just let it out, let it out. But one day I was walking out that door, and somebody slammed to my door, begged me to let them come inside.
Oh, wow.
They hit the bag. So I was going to my lunch, and I let them come in. They hit that bag. I mean, they pulled everything out, hard as they could.
James, do you agree? And sometimes people need that stress release, that letting it go. And was boxing that for you? What was boxing for you?
Paycheck.
Okay, all right. That's honest, right? That
Yeah,
was a paycheck, for some.
but I agree with Andre. You know, the running was part of stress relief, and also hitting the just about every aspect of boxing is a stress reliever. So
Yeah.
so it just the more you give, the more it gives.
Now, I will be honest with you. So, I would say probably about 20-some years ago, there was an exercise video that was out, and it was a boxer. And I have been looking for this video again because it was the best workout. He went through all the regimens and the steps of, I guess, would almost be like training, but it was an exercise. But I've looked for that video, and I'm still going to be looking for it because, for one, I want to present the name so that, kind of see what that person is up to now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It was a boxing video?
Yes, exactly. He was a boxing fitness coach.
Billy Blanks?
Billy Blanks.
Yes! That's it!
Yeah, he was good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and by the time you finished, you had a workout.
Yeah, it worked out.
You definitely had a workout. So you're familiar, both of you.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do now. I take everybody through. I got a young lady right now. She's about the same age as me, and she in better shape than half my athletes right now. Okay, just physical fitness.
Yeah.
I asked her what she want to do. She said, "You the coach." That's all she said. And what I tell her to do, she do it.
That's what she does.
I mean, she's in shape.
Okay.
I mean, I did 6 hard rounds with her. I was kind of worried, but I did 6 hard rounds with her on the mitts. And doing the mitts is hard. It's tiring, and James will tell you that.
Now, what is that again?
Focus mitts.
Focus mitts.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
They
almost
hit
like
the
sparring.
mitts.
You get the right person.
People hit the mitts.
Okay. Oh, okay. When the other person is standing in front
There you go.
and they have the big mitts on.
There you go.
Okay. That in itself
It's
alone
it's
is a
intense. Yes. Yes, you got the right person doing it.
Okay.
And
So-
one thing about Coach Morgan, he never did mitts though.
He never did. Why?
He
Do you
said
know?
mitts don't hit back.
But Morgan was short too. He was a small guy too.
His preparation was you come in, you put gloves on, and you wrap your own, and you tie your own gloves. I tie his gloves, and the next person tie the other person's gloves.
Okay.
And Morgan tied the last gloves. Everybody's in the ring.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Sparring was our mitts.
James, you have anything to add to that?
That sounds right.
Okay. All right.
And he had like 6 gloves on the ring, and by the time that 6th glove off, the other person put the same glove back on. Going in the ring. So it was something.
It was something.
Yeah.
All right. And you're still in it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're still doing it, still in it after a good number of years. We may not say how many, but a good number of years,
Yes.
you're still in it.
And I'm still learning, still growing with the state, with the USA boxing, and I have some boxing being since they was 8 years old.
Wow.
So I'm still learning.
And let me also add, I did some research on Port City Boxing and Fitness, and you not just work with the local youth and community, but you also focus a little bit on intervention,
Yes.
prevention. Is it handicap or challenge?
Yes, Morgan.
You don't discriminate. You
No,
allow
I don't. No. I learned how to, when Morgan started the program, also from 7 o'clock in the morning, from 7 to 8, he trained the women's police department, people like that.
Yeah.
He trained the mayor, he trained everybody. But from 8 to 10,
Did you say the mayor?
yeah.
Okay.
Back then, yeah,
Okay.
the mayor, city managers, all those people. They come in at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
work out before they went to work out. But from 8 to 10, Morgan started what we call a physical challenge program. That was people in wheelchairs, handicaps, had strokes and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I learned how to work with them.
Wow.
And that was the big experience for me at the age of 14.
Yeah.
That's when I got my first job with Coach Morgan. Learn how to work with physical challenges, patience, and just understanding them, what they went through. Because I had some in a wheelchair,
Yes.
some walking with a cane. I had one who was paralyzed from the neck on down. Paralyzed.
Really?
And he came 3 days a week. Then had one who got shot with a 12-gauge shotgun, close range.
Wow.
And she was handicapped on one side, but they kept coming.
They needed that.
Yeah, they kept coming. And actually, 4 years ago, right before the pandemic, that same young lady who got shot with a 12 gauge, somebody kept calling me. And I found she called and asked me what my hours were, and she came in here. That same young lady who got shot
Yeah.
with a 12 gauge in I think it was 1992 when she got shot.
Okay.
But that same lady walked through the door about 4 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, she was.
Praise the Lord. Are you really?
Yeah. I mean, I always talk about her, think about her because
Yeah.
how she got shot. Because I was working with her 3 days a week, and and we had another guy named Marcus Lacewell
That was nice.
who motorcycle accident, and he was on 2 canes and stuff, kind of like off balance and stuff, and I get a phone call from his mom and said, "Coach, is Marcus here?" I said, "No, he's not here." No, well, he got on this 3-wheeler bike and started paddling down Market Street, get to the gym from Creekwood. That's
Headed
like-
here. Headed where you were.
Yeah.
Headed- Well, let me say on that note, what a wonderful job you have done here within the Wilmington community. And we're going to stop and come back, and we're going to have some Q&A with some young boxers. Okay, we are back with Mr. Andre Thompson and James Bonecrusher Smith, the former heavyweight champion of the world in 1986. That's a good little while ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're still looking healthy. All right, you're welcome. So we're here now, and we have with us a bunch of young, energetic athletes at the Port City Boxing and Fitness. Okay, and our first question, we're going to have a Q&A session. We want to kind of find out what the young boxers kind of have on their mind or what they would like to ask the former heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, so we're going to start here and kind of go on down. Okay, first, tell me your name again and your age and your question.
My name is Elijah and I'm 11 years old, and my question is, who was the famous boxer that you boxed?
I fought 10 world champions. I fought 3 of them twice. Larry Holmes was probably the biggest name. I fought him twice. Well, let me back up. Mike Tyson probably the biggest name. He beat Larry Holmes. So I'm the first guy to take Mike Tyson 12 rounds.
Next question.
I'm not
Thank you.
Who was your first championship fight with? Just keep my search.
Who was my first amateur fight with?
first championship fight with? Who was your first championship fight with?
My first championship fight, I think that was with Larry Holmes in 1984.
Have you heard of Larry Holmes? Do you know who that is? Okay, all right. And next.
My name is Jakarius and I'm 14. And my question is, who is your amateur trainer?
Herb Ruffin was my coach, and Sheridel Morgan from Wilmington was one of my coaches as well. Yeah.
All right, next.
My name is Alexander and I'm 11. My question is, do you have any kids at boxing?
Do I have a kid that boxes?
Do you have any kids at boxing?
No.
So none of the family took up what Daddy used to do.
And you know, boxing is something that you have to kind of be careful on how you encourage people. They have to really have a knack for it, a love for it, to be good at it, and because it's serious, and they have to be willing to take it serious and don't play around with boxing.
Very good. Next.
My name is Nash and I'm 11 years old. When did you become heavyweight champion?
1986. I won the title on a 7-day notice. I had 7 days notification. I was suing a great promoter, Don King, and he calls me up, Bonecrusher, Donald King. I said, hey, Don, how you doing, brother? He said, Bone, I'm going to give you this world title fight. I'm going to give you some money. I said, well, Don, that's awesome. I said, Don, who is the fight with? When is it? And where is it going to be? He said, well, I got some bad news, Bone. I said, what's that, Don? He said, the fight is going to be against the guy that beat you last year, Tim Witherspoon. So I said, Don, when is this fight? And where is it going to be? He said, well, the rematch is going to be on HBO. You got a chance to show the world who you are, Bonecrusher, on HBO. I said, Don, when is this fight and where is it going to be? He said, Bone, the fight is going to be at Madison Square Garden, New York, and it's going to be next week. And you know what? I took that fight on a 7-day notice, and I knocked
I think he has something to show you.
terrible Tim Witherspoon down 3 times in the first round to become heavyweight champion of the world, winning this belt. And because I had gone to college at Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina, I became the first college graduate to become heavyweight champion of the world. I became the first heavyweight in boxing history. All the guys that have fought at Madison Square Garden, all the heavyweights that have fought at Madison Square Garden, I became the first heavyweight to win the title at Madison Square Garden. And then the next year, I became the first guy to take Iron Mike Tyson, right there. 12 rounds when he was a fighter and not a biter. You like that?
All right, next question.
I'm Noah, I'm 14, and my question is, do you think boxing had a large effect on your physical and mental health as you got older?
Huh?
Do you think boxing had a physical and mental effect as you got older?
Don't do that. Do that. He's playing.
Yes. The training, I've had 3 knee replacements, ankle surgery, brain surgery. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough sport, and you have to make sure if you choose boxing that you need to take it serious. Don't play around with it because you can get hurt with it, and but you can be successful with it. I mean, you can do well if you take it serious and train hard, work hard, and listen to your coach. Good?
When we come back, we will see this great group of young boxers over there in that boxing ring. See you when we come back.